Greetings, BookTube. In the name of the flesh-lump-eating giant, a knot-muncher, a squeak-pip, a gumblewink, troggy, wristling, dropsy, kixy, frugler, crodswitch, kickswitch, filking, pranky, wristling, pilching, wopsy, waddling. This is from the list of adjectives invented by our good friend Roald Dahl from the book Lists of Note compiled by SHAWN USHER. This book is full of fun, wonderful lists. There are quite a few about food. You've got Everything Eaten by Georges Perec from the Workshop of Potential Literature. His friends are in here, like Italo Calvino, who's got his bookshop list. You've got Franklin's Drinker's Dictionary, and also the 8 kinds of drunk identified by Nash. This includes the drunk as ape, the drunk as, let's see if I can remember them all. There we go. The ape is a singing drunk. You've got your breaking things drunk, that's the lion. The swine drunk sleeps. Sheep's drunk is silent. The maudlin drunk weeps. The mart motier, not sure what that one is. The goat, well, I can't tell you what the goat drinker does. And the fox drinker makes deals. We also have a cocktail list by our good friend F. Scott Fitzgerald, in which he also conjugates the verb cocktail, as in cocktailing, into all of the tenses, including pluska parfait and all that good stuff. Will have had cocktailing, all that good stuff. There's also a turkey recipe in there. I can't remember whose that one was. Twain's got his bill of fare. There's also a fair number of more serious lists. So I'm only telling you, by the way, about the lists that have anything to do with authors. So we've got sort of the 11 Commandments, right? That's Henry Miller's 11 Commandments. Russell's very serious liberal Decalogue. Franklin's 13 Virtues. Chekhov's Qualities of the Civilized People. Let me just read you number 6 from that one. They are not preoccupied with vain things. They are not taken in by such false jewels as friendship with celebrities, handshakes with drunken plavaco, ecstasy over the first person they happen to meet at the Salon de Verite, popularity among the tavern crowd. They laugh when they hear I represent the press, a phrase befitting only Ronzeviches and Levenbergs. When they have done a penny's worth of work, they don't try to make 100 rubles out of it, and they don't boast over being admitted to places close to others. True talents always seek obscurity. They try to merge with the crowd and shun all ostentation. Krylov himself said that an empty barrel has more chance of being heard than a full one. I quite like that one. And we also have a Cy Shonagon's Pillow Book in here, which is a beautiful journal that she kept, very much influenced Georges Perec in his writing of the things. One of the lists of hers that was in there that I quite liked was things now useless that recall a glorious past. A fine embroidery-edged mat that's become threadbare. A screen painted in the Chinese style that's now turned dark and discolored and developed a scarred surface. A painter with poor eyesight. A switch of false hair 7 or 8 feet long that's now fading and taking on a reddish tinge. Grape-colored fabric when the ash dye is turned. A man who was a great lover in his day but is now old and decrepit. A tasteful house where garden trees have been destroyed by fire. The pond is still there, but it's now uncared for and thick with pondweed. It's probably the most poetic and atmospheric of the lists. A lot of the lists are a lot more workaday, mundane, but some of them are quite fun, and several are very funny. Let's see, what else did I want to share with you? There are advice lists for people of all ages. Kipling wrote one for his young daughter who was moving to this big city. And I'll read you number 7 from that list. It says, "Dear bird," he addresses it, "avoid late hours, pickled salmon, public meetings, crowded crossings, water carts, and overeating." And then, when you're old, we have advice, again from Fitzgerald, things to worry about. Worry about courage, worry about cleanliness, worry about efficiency, worry about horsemanship. Things not to worry about, much longer, your not to worry list, as always should be. Don't worry about popular opinion, don't worry about dolls, don't worry about the past, don't worry about the future, don't worry about growing up, don't worry about anybody getting ahead of you, don't worry about triumph, don't worry about failure unless it comes through your own fault, don't worry about mosquitoes, don't worry about flies, don't worry about insects in general, don't worry about parents, don't worry about boys, don't worry about disappointments, don't worry about pleasures, don't worry about satisfactions. Probably the saddest list was Sylvia Plath's. She wrote some things about a boy she liked, and she wrote a short list of things for herself for the upcoming semester in college. And the very first thing was, be friendly to everyone. And then she repeats that in the very last item of her list, which is number 10. Attitude is everything, so keep cheerful even if you fail your science, your unit, get a hateful silence from Myron. No dates, no praise, no love, nothing. There is a certain clinical satisfaction in seeing just how bad things can get. Very sad knowing what we know about Sylvia Plath. Okay, there's lots of book lists, as you might well imagine as well. We've got Hemingway's TBR. We've got a favorite novels list by Mailer, Wharton's favorites. We've got Roland Barthes. We've got a hate list by G. Let me share actually the Mailer list from you. He likes USA by Dos Passos. He likes Huck Finn. He likes James T. Farrell's Studs Lonigan. He likes, that's not on many people's lists. He's got Look Homeward Angel here from Thomas Wolfe, Grapes of Wrath, Great Gatsby, Sun Also Rises, so a lot of the biggies there. He's got Appointment in Samara with John O'Hara, and he's got The Postman Always Rings Twice, and Moby Dick. Now, G hates Rabelaisianisms, book reviews, picks of famous novels, the group theater, Archie MacLeish, all Shakespeare's, except Shakespeare, Dostoevsky, Blake, Kafka, Anglo-Saxon tristesse, and Anglo-Saxon optimism. And then Roland Barthes, who wrote mythologies. He was a semiotic thinker who influenced the George Perec a lot as well. He's also got things that he likes and things he doesn't like. J'aime, je n'aime pas in French. And in his list is j'aime, I like salad, cinnamon, cheese, pimento. I told you there was a lot of food. No, he likes Sartre, Brecht, Verne, Fourier, Eisenstein, that's filmmaker. Boulevard des Péchés, which is a funny thing written by Flaubert. And the Marx Brothers, who have amazing movies. We also have a Borges list in here, the Celestial Emporium of Benevolent Knowledge, which is just amazing. And quite a lot of sci-fi is well represented here. We've got, Heinlein's Predictions, Gibson's 4 Characters Who Don't Dig Jive Talk. You've got Lovecraft in here, some of his weird story ideas. You've got Vonnegut's Commitments in here. A lot of great stuff from sci-fi. We also have, of course, writerly lists. You've got the Midwesternisms. Let me find it for you. Someone who kept a list of Midwesternisms is pronouncing theater like it has a Y in it, theater, pronouncing vehicle with an H, solipsisms, which is like itty tiny, because you know why, in parentheses, preceding a question with the word question. Question, why aren't office supplies revenue expenditure instead of an operating expense. Malaprops is the office encouraged them that whoever has a problem should. Here's another one. This stuff's all been mulling around in my head. The more I keep, I realize how little I know. That irks my feelings, etc., etc. That doesn't say here, but I'm pretty sure I remember that was Vonnegutless. He's from the middle, Indiana, I want to say. He's got a lot. You'll notice he always has a character from Indiana, like the guy on the plane in Cat's Cradle. We also have, well, I read you the lists of crazy adjectives to start this off. We also have, along with Dickens' Bill of Fare, we also have a lot of Dickens' list of names, which I won't read for you because I find Thurber's funnier, but so I'll share that one. But I do have here a bunch of fake books that Dickens wrote to fill his bookshelf. So books that he never actually wrote, such as 40 Winks at the Pyramids, Orson's Art of Etiquette, Lady Godiva on the Horse, Kant's Ancient Humbugs, Art of Cutting Teeth, The Quarterly Revolution, and Paxton's Bloomers. If YouTube will let me, I'll upload the picture of all his fake book covers as the thumbnail for this. I've been experimenting with thumbnails lately. Anyway, okay, so he's also got crazy Dickensian names, as only he can do. But I want to read you this list of names from a list by Thurber, who, if you don't know him, he's an amazing humorist. Thurber wrote a lot in the New Yorker, along with his cute little illustrations that he also provides. Anyway, this is from a list of comedy ideas, the 6 actually things he doesn't like that make him put a book right down. The reader needs to be able to find out what the story is about, some inkling of the general idea. Okay, so basic stuff there, but let me get you down to number 5 here. So it says, I also never recover from such names as as Miss Thetic, Ann S., Anesthetic, Miss Lynn, Maud Lynn, Miss Forth, Sally Forth, Ms. Twins, Bertha Twins, and the like. And then he goes on to say, avoid comic stories about plumbers who are mistaken for surgeons, sheriffs who are terrified of gunfire, psychiatrists driven crazy by women patients, etc., etc. So a lot of good, funny comedy advice there. Twain also has a very funny list of the order of things and people that should be rescued from a sinking ship. But let me read you this list of similes by, I want to say this one was from Chandler. Yeah, Raymond Chandler. All right, a couple of these are a little blue. As noiseless as a finger in a glove, lower than a badger's balls, as systematic as a madam counting the take, about as French as a donut. His face was long enough to wrap twice around his neck, as much sex appeal as a turtle, a nose like a strap hanger's elbow, as clean as an angel's neck, smart as a hole through nothing, a face like a collapsed lung, so tight his head squeaks when he takes his hat off, as cold as a nun's breeches, high enough to have snow on him, as shiny as a club woman's nose. He sipped like a hummingbird drinking dew from a curled leaf, as gouty as a chiropractor's chart, a mouth like wilted lettuce. His smile was wide, all 3/4 of an inch, a thready smile, as cold as Finnegan's feet, as rare as a fat postman, the triangular eye of a squirrel, longer than a round trip to Siam. Hey, here I am. As cute as a washtub, lonely as a caboose on a 50-car freight, a great long gallows of a man with a ravaged face and a haggard eye, and a seasick albatross. These are amazing similes and metaphors worthy of Tom Robbins himself, which is high praise in my book. All right, and then I just have a couple more to share with you, and I'm going to end with the bookshelf of Italo Calvino from If on a Winter's Night.